the episode's starting, and Griffin and Gus haven't started recording, so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to edit their audio in as we go.
Okay.
But I'm
Now
just
we're
going
doing
off the Craig. Yeah. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
It's most controversial.
It is most controversial time.
I feel like normally we would start talking about how Biden had blood cancer, but I don't think
I
we
don't
really have anything
care.
to say about
I don't
that. Like
care.
maybe if
He's
we recorded
sick.
yesterday, but
Someone
I might get sick one day. I don't want.
I remember
that
who's
either.
that fucking Total Biscuit was the guy who died
Chadwick
of like,
Boseman.
prostate cancer, and I remember it being kind of funny because it was in his accent. He was like, "I know it's kind of funny to die of the ass cancer that kills old men."
Oh man.
glad he had a sense of humor about it, Mr.
Yeah,
Von Bain.
I know. It probably feels so good to be the nodule on the prostate. It get burned up and flared up in orgasm, but it will kill me.
Can you
That-
imagine how terrifying
I
it
don't
must
really
be
know.
to be a cancerous mass taken out of another man's
That
butthole?
was kind of a Gordon Ramsay.
that
Do you get
that
to
was
keep
so-
if they remove the nodule? Do you get to keep it?
I think so.
Oh, when my friend Sophia was being tested for lymphoma, I kept asking her if I could keep her lymph nodes.
I want.
Like, I didn't know
want.
what I'd do with them when I got it.
I
Just
want
be
my
like, cool to
inside
have
stuff
someone's lymph
out.
nodes.
I would put it in like a glass box and keep
What
it
if-
on my
you
desk.
should be able to rearrange it in a different order. That's what
I
I
think, I think this
You
was
should
a
be able to
Reddit.
put the cancer. Yeah, the cancer. You should be able to manually spread the cancer to your.
Let's
your
sort
balls.
Yeah,
cancer
there
by
should be
controversial.
like a visible debuff around you.
Yeah.
It shows up above your head and you spread it to other
You should
people.
be able to put it in like a mister, and when you get
Yeah.
attacked or something, you can spray people with the cancer spray.
Yeah, it doesn't help you at all in the moment, but they're gonna be fucked in like 2
Oh,
or 4
yeah.
years.
Yeah, you can keep my wallet, buddy. You're gonna need
Yeah.
it. These
Oh wait,
chem medical.
I
bills.
actually, I was gonna go on r/cancer and post something that's like, my brother is passing away, and
Yeah.
then be like, guys, this is so funny.
don't even.
But-
Yeah, like r/cancer by most controversial.
Yeah.
I don't even like my dad anymore. I just take care of him.
Isn't that a plot in Watchmen that the main bad guy he like uses a cancer mister to give someone cancer so he can frame Dr. Manhattan?
I've never read it. I don't believe in vigilantes. I don't think it's right what they do.
I remember.
I think they're not
liking
good for the
Watchmen.
city.
But
And
there is
something
I
needs
thought
to
it
be
was
done
mostly
about
pretty
it.
there is a guy on here on r/cancer who's saying, how much weight should I expect to gain on steroids? So presumably that's like he's coming out of treatment. He's like,
Yeah.
guys, I'm just wondering how much.
Yeah,
like,
let me
he thinks he's gonna get jacked off of
I'm
like,
glowing. It's time to glow
off of
up.
medical steroids. It's like I'm just
I mean, if you
Huge,
lift,
dude.
yeah,
you
I'm
lift,
just
you
wondering how cool I'm gonna
overhead
get
press
after
your
being
entire body.
after my
entire body
cancer
compresses
diagnosis.
like an accordion.
A comforting dream about them having to use the fucking like the gurney bed that they only use for like morbidly obese patients.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Like,
Dave Blunt's
they
bed,
get so jacked they have to use that. For
the
me.
Dave Blunt's couch.
I hope I go into the hospital one day. I really want to try morphine.
There's someone that commented under this post in r/cancer whose username is excited for butt stuff.
Oh no, that's the nodule.
Yeah, well that was
That's
Joe
the nodule.
Biden.
That's the
That was Joe
cancerous
Biden's
mass.
username. That was Joe Biden's tumor's username.
Joe Brandon.
Joe Brandon.
I don't know if this is funny or just really stupid, but like
Cancer,
the
it's
idea of,
both.
No, the sneezing really hard and saying like, "Sorry, man, I've been sick and I'm super allergic to getting sick, and so I can't stop fucking
That's
sneezing."
funny. That's like a Simpsons-y kind of joke.
Yeah,
Maybe like after Conan left.
yeah. I feel like I've seen that one fucking quote prompt thing that goes around. That's like, "What's the best joke from The Simpsons?" Like it's one of the ones that get posted legitimately like every 3 days.
I love
just
all the stuff.
constant.
I love. It's always like, what's a movie that has a pink scene and people are posting their photos of the movie when there's a pink light and then everyone's like, it has 100 million favorites.
Yeah.
Here's someone
And
that
it's
says,
always like it's fascinating to see like the amount of people who are just like, this is classic, and then it's like a movie for babies.
Yeah, I mean those
Like,
people
the
are just
amount of
children.
the amount of shit that are like, no, when I saw this in Pepe's Wonder World, like damn, you can't say shit to me about Pepe's
Yeah.
Wonder World.
Nah, are people really trying to cancel the Traveling Worm? Were people not delighted? Movies are back, bro. The Traveling Worm 2.
They don't make kids. They don't make kids movies
Animated.
like Awesome Adam's Amazing Apple anymore.
Yep. Wiggly the Traveling Worm might be the last animated movie star.
I'm sorry, this is really, well, it's funny to me, but there's someone saying, 2 months out, a 16-year-old survivor, it gets better. It's like, yeah, man, of course it gets better. They're like, I was in treatment for 6 months.
For some people, I'd say it doesn't.
You know that picture of the plane with all the holes in it?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking about this.
Yeah, that's the plane that I fuck. That's the name of the image. Yeah. Is the plane that I fuck.
I'm sorry, you have contracted airplane cancer.
Yeah, you know that picture of the
surgically remove the airplane.
It's a print out of
23 years.
It's a print out of JJ the jet plane. I stick my dick in.
Yeah.
You know that picture of the plane with the holes in it that I fold up and put under my pillow?
Yeah. Honestly, JJ the jet plane gets fucked is honestly slept on.
Yeah.
Why did JJ the jet plane like low-key have aura? I feel like I watch all these like hoe scaring shows like JJ the Jet Plane and magical
I'm just
fish.
like in a dark room by myself and I just keep muttering, JJ the Jet Plane is talking to me like the Green Goblin Master right now.
Alright.
Gus was saying fly around. You need to have friends and go in the air. You need to learn about friendship and air traffic control.
That he doesn't like getting into the posts early because we might run out of stuff to talk about, but I don't think we will with this one.
No,
FemdomCommunity.
I'm not ready.
Our child-free doms discriminated against.
I'm...
It's funny. It's child-free doms are discriminated against. I know. I'm asserting my authority. I have to do this every once in a while.
Oh my god, he has no faith in the ability.
I learned this
to
in
have a conversation. I learned this in improv. Where you just kind of step over
everyone.
Have you
heard of JJ the Jet Plane?
Well, it would have been fun if you would participated.
I don't know how to participate in that.
You just say stuff like JJ the Jet Plane.
I don't know enough about
you just
JJ
do
the
whatever,
Jet Plane.
man. Yeah. You don't know what JJ the Jet Plane
Charlie
is?
got kicked out of his improv class because he tried to use Dave Blunt's as a punchline for everything. And they were begging him, please, Charlie, no more Dave Blunt's references, and he just kept doing it.
Dave Blunt is focusing on his health, and we need
good for him.
We need to respect him.
I feel like
we need to give Dave
Blunt
his
focused on his health in the last 6 months.
I'm having
a lot.
Dave Blunt is like he's like Ruth Powers in ninja costume for me. I'm sorry.
I'm way less fat than Dave Blunt, and every once in a while I'm like, maybe I just stop working out and I just eat food every day because eating food is so yummy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have a poster of him in your garage where you work out, and it's just a picture of Dave. It's above the fridge.
I think this is only a thing in the 2000s, but it would be like guys like print out a picture of like a bodybuilder and then they paste their face over it.
Yeah.
Like you do that and you put your face over it and then you put a picture of Dave Blunt's face over your face.
I'm rooting for you, Dave. You're gonna be built like me one day.
Yeah.
265 pounds. I believe in you, brother.
Pure muscle.
Pure muscle.
165 pounds of pure muscle. I'm built like a can of spinach, and Popeye eating the can of spinach.
Yeah. It'd be really good if he just like he did like the Nikocado avocado thing where he's been like secretly losing weight the entire time and just keeping it a secret.
Is that how you say that?
Pre-recorded. Huh?
Is that how you say that name?
Nikocado avocado, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's obviously supposed to rhyme with avocado.
Griffin, how do you pronounce it?
So self-explanatory.
Nikocado avocado.
All right, I'm gonna add in a bleep there and then say.
Well, that's what I was. Okay. I say it aspartame.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is doing aspartame again. But no, that thing he did where he like pre-recorded videos of him while he was still fat and like secretly lost weight and posted pre-recorded videos.
You know that was so funny.
Skinny one day. That was awesome. He rocked.
That would be cool.
But he already recorded videos of himself. It's like getting fucked by my boyfriend while I'm 400 pounds. It's like, yeah, I don't know how much dignity you're getting back with this.
It would be cool to do that like while I have cancer and I'm getting treatment, and then but I just have waited for me to get healthy and I upload a video like how I cured my cancer with eating protein bars.
Yeah. What I would do is I would beat cancer by like, cause you know, when you're on chemo, like you can't keep food down, you keep throwing it up, is that I just keep eating the same amount of food and I don't lose any weight at all. And that's how I prove it.
Nikocado Avocado had a beef. You know that girl everyone was making fun of because she was making videos called like 2-year-old child gets kidnapped and molested, KFC mukbang.
Yeah, yeah.
He had like a serious beef with her a while back because apparently
that's cool.
He had a serious beef, a serious chicken, a serious pork.
Okay, I set you up. I set you up. On that one.
Are child-free doms discriminated against? This is in FemdomCommunity. I have noticed
I am ready now.
I have noticed in age play relationships, mostly online, mind you, that being seen as a MILF who's actually had a child is seen by sub-males as superior to just being a cougar who's not had any kids. Am I the only one who has this experience? Is this an occurrence that has documentation, or am I being oversensitive because I get bingos in my vanilla life? Thanks for letting me vent and ask a question.
Sorry, you get bingos in your vanilla life?
Yeah, wait, what bingos and what are bingos?
What does that mean?
Have a great weekend
like
and happy.
Order.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at bingos.
It is worth bringing up every time because it really is just amazing how much slang they have, like the raw volume of slang.
I'm just getting
for getting fucked in their butt or not getting fucked in their butt, being a guy who just has sex in the pussy normal style.
I'm literally just getting like bingo cards related to femdom.
Wait, can I see them?
Yeah, sure. Maybe
I thought I know you. It's probably like, it's filled in with text and it's like yeah. But I was thinking it's like just like a regular bingo card and then background images of women.
I like this bingo
and getting.
Actually, I like this bingo card because it just says Bing, and then the free space is like at the bottom.
It says remove one marker, slave choice.
Yeah.
What are clover clams?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much.
Do you guys think we should do this to each other? The stuff they talk
clover
about.
Clover clam sounds like the signature move of a water grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking clover clams again. I'm
playing Smash. I can't fucking deal with this life orb clover clams bullshit.
Yeah, I'm playing Smash with my friends and they're all way better than me and I can't hang, so I just keep spamming clover clamps and everything's so pissed at me.
It fails in every way because you don't win, but it does make them mad at you.
Yeah,
it does make their nipples very sore.
I didn't know there were guys in the femdom community that were like. They're like sort of like the opposite of incels. It's like you're a busted roasty if you haven't had any kids. I want to know that you have kids.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Someone says as a child-free dominant cougar.
Not a single stretch mark on this bitch.
Yeah. Then you realize that they're like, I want you to have kids, and you're like, you're not being body positive, are you?
Not understanding it at all and going like, I probably drink more milk than you, bitch.
Yeah, no. Like the second the lady gives birth, like it's not about caring for the child at all. The second she gives birth, he just like shoves it into a full bath.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just like, all right, thank God we got that shit out of the way.
All right, I've sent some other. Oh, this is also from user Auntie St. Jugs, who's been suspended.
Oh. Sorry to hear that, Auntie St. Jugs.
Yeah, I don't know what she was very respectful.
She got. Well, I think this is true.
You don't know that. What if she's
a child-free dom and she got ostracized from the community for not having any kids and not?
She got coaxed into saying something problematic. Like, I'm not going to be your mom.
Yeah.
You
get bullied by the fucking the guy behind the cashier at a bodega, and you complain about being ostracized.
Yeah. All right, I sent some others. These are really good. I really like this subreddit.
Can I be a sissy? It's from user Yip me.
I mean, you already are. Griffin already is.
Nope, you already said I
wasn't.
You said no.
He's a weenie.
Well, I want to be.
You did deny it to him, Gus.
I want to be a sissy.
It's like inviting a vampire into your house.
I had to get him with the pump fake.
I want to be sissified and turned into a girl.
I used reverse psychology.
Oh, this is kind of me. I'm a 6 foot something tall lad who has a broad chest that's kind of hairy all over. Who isn't in the best shape? I'm happy with the way I look.
From being a sissy, he's preemptively blocked from being a sissy.
Yeah, he can't be a sissy.
We're not letting him do it. Yeah.
Save your chest.
Yeah, I will say I would think that's like the minimum if you're gonna get into that.
If you're really, but he doesn't even know if he can be a sissy. Like he doesn't want to take that step until he's for sure. Like he might not be a sissy even after he shaves his beautiful hairful chest.
He's also just posting constantly in r/jerkoff chat. M23, 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 M23.
I'm 23.
I'm 23 and I'm looking to jerk off.
It's my birthday.
Every day has been my birthday for the past 7 years.
I live every day like it's my birthday, bro. Pizza for dinner, cake and ice cream.
I don't get why people. Maybe this is just a personal thing. I don't really get why people start getting scared of birthdays. Like if you're like old, then like I get it.
Yeah, if you're like 150 years old.
What makes me crazy is when people are like, "Oh God, I'm turning 28." Like,
well, it's just like it feels.
Yeah, because you didn't get to join the 27 club and be remembered as a rock star.
No, I don't get that at all. It makes no fucking sense to me. You're fine. Like, think about how annoying you were 3 years ago, and you're like, oh.
Think about how many soldiers got to join the 27 club. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
They died rock stars fighting for the Wehrmacht.
Was actually the name for the group of 27 soldiers who were deployed into Kandahar and killed by a giant.
Oh yeah, that's
right. I'm happy with the way
rocket into the air like when you die to a giant in Skyrim. You can still see them
150 feet in the air.
Yeah.
That really never gets old.
Just like one after the other, like they're just popping up like right next to each other.
I don't even know. It looks like I guess it looks like a fireworks show, but
just like Gmod corpses all just kind of like endlessly floating in the air.
Happy with the way I look, but I like being treated like a sissy. I like the idea of dressing like a femboy, the slutty gamer girl type. But whenever I wear any of those cloths and look at myself in the mirror, I can't help but physically hate myself, feel repulsed, or disgusted by what I see. And I look ridiculous.
Yeah, I wonder why you look ridiculous.
I'm too tall, too hairy, and certainly not small enough.
Yet this person is just like discovering like the first cis person to experience gender dysphoria.
Yeah. Well, no, because there are the finasteride people and the leg lengthening people.
Yeah.
These are the cis gender dysphorias. This guy just, I imagine he's dressing up like Princess Peach.
Yeah.
And being like dancing around like.
Yeah.
Well, whenever I said that, I'm too hairy. I'm so bad at reading. Yet it's what I want to be.
I'm gonna stab you in the fucking throat.
I'm gonna block it with my hand, which is very strong.
Oh, all right, I believe you.
You're gonna stab me in my gigantic class ring that I still wear for some reason. Shatter your knife.
Yeah, the shards of the knife explode and go into my eyes.
It's varsity football. It's my varsity football ring, and it says 0-16. This is most certainly a vanilla versus kink persona issue, but I just hate the way I feel when I dress the way that makes my fantasies fulfilled. I just feel like no one would want to be with me when I'm like that. But I don't want to change my vanilla look to kink I wouldn't want to change my vanilla look to suit my kink life, as I would prefer to keep them separate. I don't know. And then Surprise Chemical says, "You can be whatever you want." I just think that's beautiful.
I have a problem where I have a fantasy about dressing up as an angel, but I'm evil. Every time I see the halo above my head, I hate how I look because I'm so evil.
You do really. You almost never see the opposite of this, which is like, I want to be a big, disgusting fat guy, but I'm 97 pounds and I don't want to eat that much food. I just want to become very fat. And when I look in the mirror and I'm jacking off to how fat I am, I feel so sad when I look at my ribs.
I forgot where
some kind of like weird like you ingested anorexia the wrong way.
What else is going on in here?
Oh, I have more. We got a live suggestion from one of our Patreon listeners, which I kind of want to read because it's very funny. r/femdom. Would you sleep on a bed if girls spat on it? This question is mainly for the guys of Reddit. Imagine if you had a group of young female university students, 19 to 21 years old, hanging around at your place. Maybe they are friends.
19's a little okay.
Nice. What, do you want it to be 18? You guys like, oh god, these women are too old. It's a very funny
thing that I'm like objecting to. When it's like, I'm starting to suspect that the guy who wants college students to spit on his bed before he sleeps on it might be a little.
Could be girls of any age. He didn't say in the question. Is not. Would you?
He said 19. He's being very respectful.
And they could be dropouts, or they could have their GED.
Yeah,
or
they
something.
could. Yeah.
I'm only consenting to this if these women were held back.
What if
they're close to getting their
women? What if these women are geniuses and mentally they're like 40 years old? You didn't even consider that because they're at university.
True. I didn't think about that at all.
I would sleep in a bed even if a girl didn't spit on it. Tired.
Maybe they are friends with your sister or daughter. No, not your daughter. Let's imagine they get drunk. Let's all party at my dad's house.
Party in my dad's bedroom.
They're friends with your 6-year-old daughter for some reason. Your 6-year-old daughter is really cool.
Your daughter's babysitter and her like 8
You still
friends.
sleep in your bed if a bunch of babies threw up on it.
Yeah. On a bed that they were told you would never use and was about to throw out. Well, that's just irresponsible. All day the girls are competing to spit the biggest mouthful of saliva onto that bed. Wow, they are not doing anything
classic
fun.
Teenage girl game. Oh my god, guys, we have to go play Spit on Dad's bed.
This is this is
like,
fun. This is what girls do.
Oh my god, you totally have a crush on Alex. I do not.
Trying to spit really hard, and like just throwing up all over the bed.
I really like this next sentence. Or girls are competing to spit the biggest mouthful of saliva onto that bed. If you were like me and have a spit fetish, of course you would love to sleep on the bed. but what about for those
I wish this guy had given us some clues that he had a spit fetish.
And now it would be cool if this guy was like, "P.S. My fetish is girls with missing legs." I was just thinking about this earlier when a girl spat on my bed.
Yeah, I just like to be slightly moist.
How would you feel if a group of 19 to 21-year-old girls shrunk you down to the size of an ant and trapped you in a Tupperware?
Yeah. If you're like me and you have a spit fetish, of course you'd love to sleep on the bed. But what about for guys who don't have a spit fetish? Are you actually disgusted by female spit, even if they are attractive young women? If an angry girl spat on your bed even once, would you avoid sleeping on it? You like
Probably
drool.
not.
Yeah, well, it's like you drool on your bed or whatever.
I really like to think this guy just doesn't know what washing his sheets are.
Yeah.
So he thinks like you have to keep them on there. And just
You have to keep. I mean, you just have to keep them. When you have the opportunity to wade in the delicious waters of girl spit, you just have to take it.
Wait, I like this sentence. My brother, who says he would drink a hot girl's bathwater.
It's got like little pieces of chips and stuff in it and lettuce.
Yeah. The Houthis have blockaded the canal of girl saliva.
Oh. My brother, who says that he would drink a hot girl's bathwater, would not go anywhere near a bed.
Holy crap.
If my sister's attractive 20-year-old female friend even drooled on it by accident. What's going on in this family? Let alone if she spat on it. I'm not sleeping on a bed because a girl drooled on it. This guy's just never gonna have sex.
Meanwhile, I fuck my pillow every night.
To
never think anything of it.
My pillow a deep amber color. That's how you know it's good.
He doesn't even have a bed. He just like sleeps in a big puddle of mud in the swamp.
Yeah, my pillow look like the jar of bacon fat your mom keeps under the sink.
I find that strange from a guy.
Dude, that's fucking awful. Jesus Christ.
My pillow look like when you have diarrhea and a little bit of diarrhea gets under the toilet seat.
Oh God. That's how you know it's good. I find that strange from a guy who would lick a girl's anus, but I guess everyone has their own preferences.
I never said I would do that.
No, this is in the. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Someone says, someone says, quote, "Imagine if they are friends with your sister or your daughter. Every day we stray further from God's grace. Go touch grass and stop calling women young females."
Oh my God, this
I
guy's
love
going
phrases
through
I read on the
Twitter
internet.
Bingo. Jesus Christ.
Wait, he's not calling them. He's not even calling them young females. He's just saying your sister or your daughter. Wait, does he say females? No, he says girls.
These damn
that's
females.
Weird, but
oh, my sweet summer child, please go touch.
Oh no, he does say female. He does say female. I'm really sorry that what he says. I'm really sorry that offends you. When I say young females, it's not meant to be in a demeaning way. I also, which is good because you're on the Femdom subreddit, buddy.
Yeah.
I also sometimes use the
around.
term young males to describe certain demographics of men. But yes, you're right. It's probably I use the term young women.
It's gonna sound stupid, but it's weird that there's not like a females for men.
Females for men?
Yeah, like the word, the
I think it's just men.
Of the word. No, because you can say men and be normal. If you say females, you're
That's
weird.
fair.
It's males. What do you mean?
Oh, but no,
No, they don't. They don't say it derogatorily.
Yeah.
Like if a guy says like, you know what, I can't stand about females. Like females is only used in that context.
I guess if a girl said, you know what, I can't stand about these males,
it's,
I would be like, all right.
I think it's boy, although that can be, and that can be really bad depending on who you say it to.
Boy can have like positive connotations. Like a girl can say like, oh, I kind of like this boy. And
yeah, like
Gus.
Me and my boy went beast mode on this bed full of girl spit the other night.
Yeah,
we were rolling around like a dog in a dead possum.
We were like the 5 little monkeys on that motherfucker.
I'm gonna cut out that part of Gus saying boy can have positive annotations or like edit it so it sounds like a cell phone video I'm taking of him right before he gets punched. It's like no, boy has positive. I'm just.
Did you say annotations or did I say annotations?
I think I said
annotation.
I
said connotation.
Yeah, it's like, annotated. I don't know. I choose the spit over bathwater,
That's a different thing. That's a different thing.
An annotation goes at the end of a paper.
Yeah. I would, it would be a dream come true for me. I'd indulge, lick it, rub it on my body, and masturbate on it, using it as lube. I freaking love spit.
That would be so funny if the girls were like, we fucking hate our dad. We're going to spit on his dad. Just
no, Dad, what are you doing?
Ducked in and started checking off.
Okay, this is another one. I'm learning so much about what people. I mean, I think that I guess I've never been in a situation where bed's covered in spit.
Things about these people.
Well, someone says, "Ew, fuck, sleeping on a wet bed is awful. I'd rather sleep on the floor," which is like, right. I guess it's like covered in spit.
When are you?
Yeah,
it's wet just bed.
A wet
There's
bed,
a wet spot in the bed sometimes. Sure.
Yeah.
I would say I've never slept on a wet bed.
Oh, the OP also says, I challenge anyone who's voted down my comments to challenge me in a civilized discussion.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah, who wants to read one?
June sent another one.
June sent another one. Why don't you read it?
I'll read it.
We die for our patrons.
We live for our patrons.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm about to lose my mommy.
Making fun of a 19-year-old. Sorry.
I think I'm about to lose my mommy.
No.
I know, tough title. My mommy has been really stressed with work, and we have been planning our wedding, which we know is super expensive. But the other night, out of nowhere, she just said she was thinking she was falling out of love with me.
Oh, yeah, that's a good reason to think you're going to lose her. That's a big sign.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what to do in this situation. Because this was out of nowhere, and I think it's stress that's making her feel like this, but I'm scared. Like, without her, I don't have any friends or no one to kind of lean on.
Oh.
And I don't really have anyone I could talk to about this. I'm really scared because I don't know what to do.
Oh.
My mommy.
Someone said.
I think my mommy's gonna put her hands over her face and lose her forever.
Oh no, Griffin, can you go to this guy's profile and read what his most recent post is? Oh no! No!
This is from user Excited Puppy, by the way. r/scat meetups.
Man.
21 M for F #Ohio area, and I want to be used as a toilet.
Well, I guess the marriage didn't work because that's from 3 months ago.
I'm worried I'm about to lose my butthole.
My husband was being used as a toilet on the side, so I had to break it off with him.
Well, mommy isn't here to change me anymore, so I might as well just become a human tolet.
You walk home at 2 a.m. and your wife is like, "Why is there someone else's shit on your lips?"
You smell like shit and not mine.
Yeah.
He's also in something called Gross Dom Academy.
You think I don't know what Charlotte's piss smells like?
Yeah. There's pictures of his penis and just saying, I'm so bored. He's also in scat play R for R. I'm a giant sub that will do whatever you want.
Aww.
I'm sure you will. I want to know more about his relationship.
Yeah, he posted in r/mommydom, making mommy horny. My mommy doesn't really get horny easily. I think she said she was reactionarily sexual, which means it takes her a while. Unlike me, which all she has to do is call me her puppy and I melt. What are some ways I can help my mommy get in the mood?
Poop, I guess.
Breakfast in bed.
Yeah. Big plate of shit.
Shit in bed.
Yeah. Wait, I want to look at what his posts are from about 9 months ago.
Someone says, try acts of service like giving her a foot rub without asking for anything necessarily, or clean up her trash and be really sweet about it. And OP says,
like, the same thing you do with a toilet.
Well, OP says, like, doing things for her. I don't like being a maid, but in a more loving way. Their whole lives revolve around this shit, man. It really makes no sense.
Yeah, so the last post was about to lose my mommy, and then, that was 3 months ago, and then the next post after that is, when and how would I let a new partner know this is the type of dynamic I want?
Whoa.
I'm getting into dating again.
Is Femdom polluted by patriarchy?
Ooh.
Chatting with a few domes, I've been called more than once a useless slave.
It's probably because that's my job title.
What the fuck?
I'm allergic to cash crops, you know, any like tobacco, poppies, any of them. So I'm a useless slave.
I'm laughing, like imagining like one of those like fucking like NYC side talk videos, and like halfway through there's one guy in a Knicks jersey who just goes like Derek White is a useless slave.
Derek White's a human toilet.
Jaylen Brown's about to lose his mommy.
Jaylen Brown, you just lost your mommy.
A useless slave would ever state that I'm not able to frequently take out the domes. Okay, he keeps saying domes. I'm gonna say domes. When I'm not able to take out the doms in question to eat, or on fancy trips and vacations, nor am able to provide a big mansion to them to sleep in all day while I work, the expectations put on my shoulders as a submissive by garbage media like 50 Shades of Grey. Alright, man, you can't still be going like 50 Shades of Grey is a problematic displayal of kink. Displayal.
Especially because you go to the bookstore and there are 1 million books called like the janitor that fucks your butt.
Yeah, every bestseller is called "I jacked off this Minotaur."
Yeah. my red hot jizz, and it's about firefighting.
The expectations put on my shoulders as a submissive by garbage media like 50 Shades of Grey, parentheses, to be the rich alpha-looking guy who has a kinky secret is really discouraging me to pursue this lifestyle. I don't want to be called useless again. For context, I'm a 23-year-old male living alone with 2 roommates, not what alone means, currently in university and starting a new job soon. I take care of myself with medical checkup. I'm sorry, one of his bragging points is that you go to the doctor?
I basically go to the urgent care whenever I have a stomach ache.
Yeah.
You have to when you're such a useless slave. You get abused so much.
Yeah.
That's it. Being like you're in your room, your roommate has a girl over, and you're like playing video games in your room, and you hear from across the wall, "You're a useless slave." It's like, oh, okay. And he like gets upset, starts crying.
Medical checkups and mostly healthy food. Play games on my laptop and sustain a healthy social life. I'm getting to a point where I call myself satisfied, but every time I approach a dom, I get caught in the fear to be called useless again. Be wary that the 100% understand paying pro-doms, but this post is referred to the lifestyle aspect of the kink. I want to be a slave. I want to be guided, and I'm willing to do my 50%, not what a slave is, in a relationship, but I'm not a traditional super alpha rich provider, if that makes sense.
Is there a rich slave?
Yeah, are there rich slave vibes?
Rich homie, God damn it!
Woo! Fastest gun in the East Coast.
Rich homie slave.
I don't know. Just stop doing it.
That there's no such thing as doing 50%. You both give 100%.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Sounds like someone wants to be
football coach.
Yeah.
Asshole.
I got half of mine to make you my slave right now, and I'm not even into that.
There's one comment from Slow Eddie 21 who says, "It's worse than patriarchy. They leech on low self-esteem persons by putting them down even more to the point they submit and then hide it all in the veil of kink."
Just fucking jack off
Harry
regular
Potter
style.
And the veil of kink.
Veil of kink.
Dude, it really traumatized me as a child when the Sirius Black fell backward onto a giant 2-foot dildo that thrust it on its own. And
well, that's what the dildo is called.
It
was called Sirius Black. That was the dildo that he fell on.
Oh.
Sirius Blacked.
Yeah, Sirius Blacked. That was his name.
All right, we are getting dangerously close to just accidentally reinventing College Humor punchlines from 15 years ago.
Well, College Humor
you're right. Yeah, College Humor is good. The Jews took down College Humor because it was too funny. That's my new conspiracy theory.
We know what happened to College Humor.
I'm gonna say they said that taking Amir couldn't be red pilling people.
Yeah.
A guy who hates all Jewish people except for Amir.
Yeah.
He's the only guy he's cool with.
Amir is
like, he was a role model. He tried to chain things, but the rest of them took him down.
Yeah, they were like, what if a Palestinian did college humor? They're like, you're kicked out of college humor.
That actually taught me a lot of stuff about Jews.
Yeah.
Can I read this one?
I was red-pilled by how they treated Amir.
Yeah.
The chat
ostracized him.
They
tied him up. I remember they tied him up in an episode, I think. Is this just me, or most dom women dislike or even hate bratty sub guys? And this is by user JackBlack666666.
That's too much.
Is it just me, or most dom women dislike or even hate bratty sub guys? Anyone else has had a same or similar experience? To be fair, I do live in a pretty conservative area, so male subs are quite disliked to begin with, but it seems even more so in the specific way. Any advice on finding someone in this kind of environment? I would appreciate it as well. This guy lives in, like, Guineche, Chile.
Yeah. It looks like he's in Europe, but he isn't really saying where.
Poland.
Poland. I guess, that probably is one of the more conservative areas. I think Poland, in, like, the screenshots people post of, like, Grindr by most tops, I think Poland has the most tops.
I have a friend who's visiting Poland right now, and she's always posting photos to her Instagram story of, like, the Polish McDonald's where they have, like, fish stew and stuff. Yeah. It's like, all right, man. What a strange place other countries are.
Yeah, there's a different McDonald's.
A different McDonald's. Why don't they have a same McDonald's?
Yeah. Hate is a strong word, but I don't play with brats because I find sedition annoying. I guess that would be.
I don't play with brats because I think they're obnoxious.
I think they're for babies.
Yeah, that's. that is
like kick shit with you, and just like, can you shut up? I'm so fucking tired of this attitude.
Just acting like a kid when your mom, your mommy dom is like, all right, we're gonna go to bed. You're like, no, and then you just like hit her, and you're like 6'3", and you're like really muscular. You just put her on the floor.
You slam her into a wall.
You break her temple.
Oh.
You try to do the thing where you hold your breath until she gives you what you want.
Yeah.
But you're in really good shape, and it, like you go on for like a minute and a half and nothing's happening.
Yeah, you get the Guinness World Record. My slave.
Such a there's is it my turn to read? I think it's my turn to read.
Yeah. Why not?
Has anyone tried to quit Femdom?
Oh.
Okay. Well, I have more. Has anyone tried to... I know that you're trying to replace me. Has anyone tried to quit Femdom?
I'm not trying... I will never replace you. Yeah. They will not replace you.
I'm a 19M Switch.
Replacing Charlie with Amir.
Okay. Well, I see how it is. Of course you would say that.
Us and a, like, 45-year-old man.
Yeah. I'm a 19M Switch, mostly on the submissive side, and I sometimes feel guilty with 2 quotation marks around it for some reason. I mean,
guilty.
4. Yeah. Around my kinks and want to quit Femdom. It happens especially after an orgasm, so during the PNC, which I think is like the... post-sexual clarity. Yeah. Pussy National Convention, which is where I'm trying to give a
Pacific North cock.
Yeah. But sometimes also while watching movies or listening to songs, I listen to rap music, so the dominant man figure is central in most of the songs. Yeah, man, these guys are dumb.
You just need to dance with the devil and being like, what? Why does my mommy act like this?
Yeah, I guess trying to think of does this guy he should listen to like Lil Nas X, I guess. I was trying to think of what like a submissive rapper would be.
Yeah, sad rapper.
Yeah, I guess like Lil Peep or something.
Like X and Juice WRLD and stuff.
X is I think if you beat your girlfriend, you don't get to be submissive.
Well, that's what's so amazing about how sad he is.
Yeah,
that you can be a celeb even when all the evidence points to the contrary.
Yeah,
I mean, he got fucking killed. How submissive is that?
That is submissive. Yeah, he got penetrated by a bunch of bullets.
He got fucking bent over and split.
I believe this feeling could be pretty common. Is it? And the people on the subreddit have learned to accept it. But I was wondering, has anyone tried to quit Femdom or maybe tried to reduce both important and relations? How do you do it? What brought you to... So we got inspired by rap music to stop being a submissive. That's really funny.
He was listening to Jay-Z be like, I got 100 million closets! And he's like, God, I wish that was me.
I'm kind of feeling this. I'm getting
holy shit. This
I'm
is
getting fed up. I'm getting fed up with my bitch. He's listening to X, and then that's inspiring him to do things to his girlfriend.
I like how many people in here are like,
don't name yourself New Charlie in the server. Stop doing that.
New Charlie. I like New Charlie 45M.
Yeah.
But I like how many people in here are like, yeah,
I'm the youngest one on the podcast.
I don't even like Femdom. I don't know why the fuck I do it, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. just the idea of like fucking like a fucking workout playlist that's like stronger, and then like I don't know, like fucking hit 'em up or something. I'm trying to think of like what someone would think is like.
Charlie's struggling to name 3 rap songs.
I'm not trying to think of 3 rap songs. I'm trying to think of like
a sad rap song.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm like whatever, like inspirational, and that's what finally inspires you.
Classic Man by Jadena.
By Jadena, yeah.
The Jadena song from the fucking Netflix original series.
Yeah, Happy by Pharrell.
That's my favorite rap song. The Weird
song,
Al parody of Happy by Pharrell is my favorite rap song.
The song that Diddy made for the 1997 Godzilla movie.
Did he do that?
I think he did.
Isn't that the one where they like he raps over the riff from Led Zeppelin's Kashmir?
Come With Me, Puff Daddy song.
I feel like a lot of like
yes, it is. It is. Yeah,
they'll just like rap over a Slint song.
Yeah, it samples Kashmir.
That's so sick.
That if I was producing,
they got Robert Plant to play on it. I think I could be wrong.
Being a producer in the 90s, like the best part of your job was when you just selected when you got to select a random like rapper with like no real relation to the song you're making or the movie you're making, and then just paying them to make a song.
Didn't that happen with some fucking? I can't.
The only one I can think of is the.
I was basically gonna say, wasn't there a movie trailer that had a bad rap song in it 2 or 3 years ago?
Probably. I would guess.
Yeah, exactly.
The only one I can think of now is the fucking how that Elvis movie had like a Denzel Curry song in it randomly, which I thought was very funny. But it's just like
funny.
Yeah, it's just like as like a plane is flying over, there's just rap music for some reason. Like, wait, what?
Elvis, what the fuck are you listening to?
Yeah, Elvis was inspired. Elvis was really inspired by black people, wasn't he?
I'll go hard on the motherfucking pain.
Yeah. That's like I think when we were on a Discord call, we were looking at like comment sections. I went to the one for the Wiz Khalifa video. That one has like 6 billion views. Like, how happy Wiz Khalifa must be that Paul Walker died. Like, that's such an amazing thing for him.
Yeah, it really is such an amazing turn of fate for him.
You get to become
he was gone.
Yeah, no, he was like on the way out, and it was just Paul Walker died at just the right time for him to do that, and now he gets to have like one of the most recognizable songs of all time.
It's funny that if that happened now, like the song would be like a Post Malone country song.
Oh god, it would. You're right. It would be like the fucking what is it, like the Disturbed like Song of Silence, Sound of Silence
absolutely.
cover.
Song of Silence.
Yeah, Song of Silence. It is the Song of Silence. Awesome. I haven't listened to that. I'm disturbed by all the disturbed parentheses by Paul Walker's death.
Car again.
Or it's like has there been a Disturbed cover of Here's to You, Mrs. Robinson? Because that would be good.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't listen. I don't care about songs, man.
Sound of Silence is I almost said Paul Walker song.
I get so lost in the music, man. I don't even know what fucking song I'm listening to.
Yeah.
They got songs about that, actually, believe it or not.
What the F?
Yeah.
Oh, music make you lose control. That's my favorite song, bro.
That wasn't even the one I was thinking of, but that one works too. I was thinking of one that goes like, I want to get lost in your rock and roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give me the Beast Boy.
Yeah.
X-Men game.
And X-Men go.
I wanna hang out with a blue that's girl. Wheel away.
This is maybe the worst episode of the show we've ever
done. Episode.
No, this is a good episode. I just sent some more posts for you guys to read. We were losing it there. But that thing about how Wiz Khalifa is so happy that Paul Walker died, he's second in terms of people that are happy that Paul Walker died. Second is Wiz Khalifa, first is me. Anyway,
Paul Walker's kids have got to be pretty happy because all of them.
Yeah, they do. They don't have to be in those bullshit car rides anymore that are so annoying.
I remember a really popular thing to say right after he died was to get mad that more people cared about it than Nelson Mandela dying.
Oh yeah, that is true.
That was so cool.
Well, Wiz Khalifa made a song for that too.
I felt really smart saying
Remember the Wiz Khalifa song of "Kill the Boar"? Like that got no attention after Nelson Mandela's death.
Kill the whitey, kill the whitey, kill the whitey, kill the whitey.
There should have been an RXK Nephew song where he's like, "I split it up like Nelson Mandela."
Oh,
They're gonna put me in jail like Nelson Mandela.
We were looking at some people trying to do RXK Nephew parody tweets, and it was really rough.
They're really it's a
it's so
line
funny.
You gotta.
It's so funny when people think that RXK Nephew is just any rapper.
Yeah, RXK Nephew.
At By Your Logic, please listen to this. Please look at this. RXK Nephew, and I'm here to say.
I remember. Well, there was one that Felix really liked. And
Instagram
story.
It was the John.
And the guy was
John
like,
Fetterman.
"I feel like somebody from FaZe Clan just walked into my room and told me how good I was at Halo."
No, I mean awesome. that was funny, but it was irresponsible of Felix to. It's irresponsible of him to encourage that behavior. That's like Felix doing that is when like supermodels are like you could it's like
Brie Larson taking a photo with the guy who saw Madam or 500 times.
Seeing a guy do that and just constantly tagging Felix in the replies to my Sabaton lyric parodies.
No, that's like when Felix posting that is when like The Rock is like, guys, you can look just like me if you eat chicken and rice every day. It's like, don't say that, The Rock. That's irresponsible.
Tagging Felix in my like instrumental doom metal
parodies
that are just like
all right,
Fire Logic juice dis.
Yeah. All right, Griffin, can you read one? I need to grab something real quick.
It's his dick.
Friggin' meat because the post is getting you so horned up. Is it? Oh, I just read that one. Fembo.
Oh wait, sorry, I'm sending them a premium show link. So that's my mistake.
Oh my god, you fucking idiot!
I fucking
Femboy. Femboy's rant. Oh, this is like a Thomas Pynchon title.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like a mid 20th century novel. Femboy.
I am sorry.
It's like Portnoy's complaint.
Whoa, wait, this is fucking crazy. I live in the snowy Siberian woods. It is impossible to find someone who can even understand my preferences. Not even talking about fitting them here. I live in a dictatorship fascist state, and the only thing that dominates me is my government, and that is not consensual.
Oh,
for
no.
As long as I can remember, I've been sublimating my physiological need for femboy into discussing societal problems and philosophies. I feel like I'm going insane. I don't know why.
Guys with femboy wives.
I don't know why I'm posting this here, but what do I even expect from this? But I really don't know any other place to post about it. I'm so fucking tired of not getting pinned to the wall by a strong, muscular woman. I need to sit on her lap while she hugs me with her big, muscular hands. I need to get lifted in the air and princess carried around. I want to be protective and loved and bullied and ordered around and punished and to cross-dress and be the little spoon and be head-patted and caressed and share all my problems while cuddling and crying in her shoulders and watch movies and anime and high-quality YouTube videos together and play video games together and discuss geopolitical and societal problems of the modern and ancient world. I want someone who understands and complements me. I want a soulmate. P.S. Now that I think about it after calming down, this is a bit selfish and self-centered, isn't it? I haven't talked about anything I can provide in a relationship. Can I be a house husband?
This sucks that this guy's like seeing all the guys like in Russia get rounded up to like be sent to the front line, getting like rifle butts.
Be sent to the parkour gulag where they teach you good at parkour.
But then they're not even like using him as a fuck toy. They're like, no, you need to learn how to use a tank because you're going on the front lines right now. He's like, oh, can I be? He's like, he tries to go to jail. It's like maybe someone will dominate me.
Like a USO girl.
Yeah, no, he commits a crime. He's like, well, they won't. I'll get punished when I'm in here. And then he's just in the Wagner group. He's like, no, your ass is going on the front line. I like that he added the little detail that he's in the Siberian woods.
That is so evocative, man. This is like a David Foster Wallace passage.
Well, it's like all of Siberia has the woods in it. There's not like a part of Siberia that doesn't have the woods.
Siberian volcano.
Yeah,
I live inside a volcano.
When I was in Siberia, it was like a 5-minute walk from the woods.
bragging about living in Siberia.
I didn't live there. I visited there to see a zoo with raccoons in it. And that's where I
Yeah,
took
why don't
people.
they take?
Why don't you go to the raccoon zoo?
You didn't?
No, why doesn't this guy go there? It was so funny that, like, we went to this, like, abandoned theme park, or semi-abandoned, where there were, like, a bunch of vendors there.
Really
To
cool
take,
trip.
yeah, to take pictures of the,
Going to
yeah,
the
it's,
woods in an
it,
abandoned theme
well,
park.
you
You're
know,
just
no,
going through Call of Duty maps.
it really was. And it was these, there were these, like, two, like, high school age girls that were, like, giving
Pause,
people
bro.
raccoons to take pictures with. It was like, oh,
What?
hi. And then they were like, yeah, it was like, are you,
And you were looking at this and you were like, the thing I like about this is probably the raccoons. You're
that
getting
is
so
the,
excited.
yeah.
And
I was texting my
you, like
parole
this guy,
officer.
were
I was saying
sublimating
that,
your
yeah,
feelings onto raccoons.
yeah, I was texting my parole officer saying I'm excited about the raccoons here. We'll taking pictures of it. No, but they worked at like a fucking like raccoon farm up in the mountains. It
Oh, I
was
wanted
like,
to talk about this. Charlie sent me an Instagram reel
oh yeah,
of a creature.
Binturong.
Yeah,
I
Binturong.
just liked it.
The name of the account is Haley Sage 11.
Oh
But
yeah,
it also says Haley's age 11. And it's like, why is this motherfucker following an account called Haley's age 11? You
He's trying to
had
learn how to
diddy ass
count.
blood for that.
Look, she was gonna the original name that she was
She's gonna
have,
turn 12, dude.
Yeah, the original name she was gonna have was gonna be Haley's age, Haley's age 11 question mark. No, but that was taken by someone else. So she's just like, staked it out. She wanted to let people know she's not 11.
She's got to pick a different last name. Start spelling it with a Y. It's so much easier.
It's
11?
yeah,
11?
it's you take what you can get.
Can I
here,
read
let
Am I
me-
being scammed?
Yes,
Did you read that
please.
already? Am I being scammed? I'm going to skip the TLDR because I think it's more interesting this way.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm a 21-year-old male and have been trying to explore with Femdom for the past few months. I have had brief online sessions with people and thought about dipping my toes into an IRL situation. I sifted through my options and reached out to someone. We got along, verified that we were both real, and organized a time to get together. During this, I bluntly asked if I would have to be paying for anything that we would do together, because I understand that not everyone does it for the love of the game, and male horniness is very profitable. A day before our meeting, she reached out and said that I would have to pay a $50 fee to purchase a subcontract, and then a $100 fee to have my contract be reviewed and approved by a BDSM community. She explained that this was not a normal
Like
thing
this, I like that they call
for.
it a subcontract. So that's already a thing.
Yeah.
I'm a subcontractor. No, I contract subs to be my slaves. Yeah, you know what? That's
Explained that this was a
subcontracting
normal-
already has a lot of slavery. This guy should just be like a day laborer for Amazon. There's a subcontract. You get enslaved. You get forced not to use the bathroom, and you have to wet yourself like a little kid.
No union. He's having sex with her, and halfway through, like an iron beam gets dislodged and flashes into his femur, just completely obliterates his leg. She explained that this was a normal thing that people go through. My questions for those with more understanding than me are: am I just getting scammed? Is this a normal practice? Just like, that's the point, dude. I love all these guys who get into fucking femdom and are like, why do they want money? Like, that's part of it.
Yeah, I thought it was a genuine connection of a woman that, just wants me to be enslaved. I thought that
if she genuinely like the easy joke to make about this is just like, oh, it's like a random guy who's trying to take your money. It would be so funny if this really was just like the most beautiful woman in the world.
I mean, they can get into that. Why not? One of my favorite account. I've talked about it before, but the person that was just an up and coming femdom and would like reply to people and just say like random people just talking about like a football game and be like, "Fuck you, give me your money. Fuck you, you suck."
That's so cool.
Yeah, she was so enterprising, and I don't think you would do that if you're
all of the comments were saying like, yes, this is a scam, and like I don't think it's a scam. I think this is just how this works.
Yeah, you're
like,
a scam.
That's like a part of femdom, isn't it? It's like you get people to pay you and then you dominate them. That's like the fucking point.
Yeah, well,
that's what the ladies are getting out of it.
It would be nice if you didn't have to pay. That's what he's saying.
I love the one guy who says so many subs easily get scammed.
Yeah,
like they're running at like a higher rate than old people.
Y'all not doing it like me, man. I'm built different.
If you can,
really
if you can scam her as the sub, that's cool. That's badass. Here's someone in Here's someone in Femdom who's saying, "Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a 26-year-old trans woman. I've been getting into a large amount of Femdom." Reminds me of someone. Just saying the name of our actual friend and describing them and saying it reminds me of someone.
Full name.
Yeah.
Full name, occupation.
Yeah. All right. I think have I read one? You know, I'll just read one.
Yeah.
Extreme Cuckolding podcast, and this is from user Chast Slave 97. Or I thought it said Chat Slave for a second, but I used to listen to a podcast called Extreme Cuckolding with Amaryllis Bolin. That's a Star Wars name that would post new episodes regularly. They haven't had a new one since February. Wondering if anyone knows if this pod is done or if she's just taking a break. Also, would anyone open to any other podcast people enjoy? I haven't found one quite like this. It's just like you just turn on the podcast. You just turn on the podcast. Turn on the podcast and they're just like, oh my god,
No, she's taking a break because she's trying to sort out a contract dispute with the Ringer.
Yeah.
It would suck if you like were driving someone in your car, like you know that you get in, you're giving someone a ride, and either your Bluetooth connects to the car automatically and just starts playing the Femdom Slavery podcast.
I'm looking up this Amaryllis Bolin, and the only thing that comes up is the podcast, which is on a lot of platforms, I guess. So good for.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would assume if you Google.
I bet but I
thought
money than us.
You fucking dipshit.
No, fuck you. I thought that it was.
They make more money. Than
you Googled.
No, it's not. She doesn't have any other.
And all of the results are the.
No, she doesn't have any other presence. I mean, you know what I mean. There isn't any other.
My slave kind of has like a sick cat type of thing going on. Like he'll hide, and I have to find him. He's like he's like a top 5, top 13 slave kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
you're doing a Bill Simmons impression. I forgot.
Yeah,
I like to give my slave.
Like I have a cold.
I like to give my slave human food right before I put him down.
Yeah.
I like to
remember how we used to run, slave.
Yeah.
I can't do Bill Simmons. I can do a lot of other sports podcasts, guys.
Oh, my slave just turned 19. I think it's time to put him down.
Here's Colin Coward if he was a femdom. My slave is like a Ferrari. Yeah. It's flashy. It gets you where you need to go. But is it going to last? Your slave is a Toyota Tacoma. It's reliable. But it's not the Ferrari.
I was going to do something, but I forgot the name of the girl who hosted
hi, I'm John Madden, and I have a slave. John Madden, what are you doing
downtown?
Here? Yeah. From downtown, in the slave tower. It's my slave.
My slave, going for the cum shot. Lay on. Bang!
Oh, Valentine, that is not the cum shot.
Oh my goodness. Slavery man.
That's a terrible cum shot.
Remember during the NBA bubble they had the jerseys with the words on them, like on the back your jersey could have a message that said like how many more or group economics. There's just one NBA player who has one that says I am a slave.
It's like one of the Eastern European guys.
I'm dying.
Yeah,
I'm sick of dying. I have consumption.
I'll send us off. Let me do one more.
Okay.
I hate the tuberculosis vape.
Oh, this is beautiful. How a slave prepares for Valentine's Day.
Oh my goodness.
Very carefully.
Well, it's Valentine's Day, and Goddess has a date with a real man tonight. Well, she is at work.
Don't say that about yourself, man.
Part of me that wants to feel bad for these guys, but like this is the horniest he's ever
They like
been.
it.
No, no. Well, actually, that's the worst thing for them is if you feel bad for them. It's like, no, feel complete contempt for me, please. This guy is also 57 years old.
Yes, dude. His username is Fun Performer.
He is. I think he is.
While she is at work, I will get her clothes ready. I made dinner reservations for two and her date. For two. For her and for her date. They will have my credit card and enjoy an amazing dinner. While they were out at dinner, I will have her bedroom ready for them. I will light candles, have her lingerie ready, and help her change. I will serve them their strawberries and wine. Then I will go to my room and listen to them make love, as I realize that Goddess has found a real man for evening. In the morning, I will serve them breakfast in bed, and most like be humiliated and made to watch them have sex, while I am told that I will never have her. I love, like, the thing that really gets me about this guy is probably happier than, like, 80% of married couples on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, he's fucking excited, dude.
Yeah.
One comment left by Slave Gaius 87 says, "This is how a cuckold prepares for Valentine's Day, not how a slave prepares."
Well, how does a slave prepare, Slave Gaius, if you're so knowledgeable?
Cuckold versus slave.
He's
cuckold versus slave
rose
debate.
Petals on his bed of nails.
It's slave cedar versus 19 cuckolds in a debate.
All right, I think that's time, guys. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. All right. Bye bye.
Have a wonderful evening.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon.